Good day to all of you engineers, and I'm back with DHCP configuration. Last time, pinag-usapan natin kung paano ang concept ng DHCP. Pinag-usapan din natin kung paano nagtatrabaho yung static IP addressing. Ibig sabihin, nilagyan natin ng IP address manually, yung PC, at saka yung server, at saka yung router, of course. And then, ipinakita din natin by concept kung papaano nagtatrabaho ang DHCP. So all of those are all theoretical, no? And syempre pupunta naman tayo doon sa practical, which in this case will be the configuration side of those concepts. Okay? So without further ado, let's do this. This is the setup I have made para i-demonstrate sa inyo kung paano i-configure yung DHCP. This is a simple setup with only one PC, and in between is a switch, and on the other end is the router. The router is called router 1, at ito yung gagawin natin na DHCP server. Okay? Na alam naman natin ang trabaho ni DHCP server. Siya yung nagpo-provide ng IP address doon sa mga end users, in this case, with PC1, yung ating end user. So, our PC1 will be the DHCP client, and router 1 will be our DHCP server. Okay, so PC1, magdi-discover yan. Nakita na natin yan nung nakaraan. Magdi-discover siya ng DHCP server. It will discover router 1 sa DHCP server. And then router 1 will offer an IP address to PC1. PC1 will request the offered IP address. And then eventually, mag-acknowledge naman si DHCP server. So that's the whole process. No? At nakita natin yan nung configuration natin doon sa ating concept, doon sa ating theoretical background about DHCP. Now, what we're going to do is yung actual naman na configuration. Okay? And of course, ang sabi ko nga, ang gagawin natin DHCP server is the router, which this router is a Cisco router. At nakakonect ako ngayon sa router through the console. At and I'm using the TerraTerm. No? Ito yung ginagamit ko na terminal emulator para makakonect tayo dun sa router. Now, yung configuration nito is not that complicated. It's simple. No? Madali lang siya. Kaya nga, ano ito Network 101. So, ginawa natin ito na as simple as possible para maintindihan natin yung concept ng DHCP. Okay? Now, going back to this router, yung network natin, this is one network. Okay? Napag-usapan na natin yan, di ba? Sa basic networking, this is considered as one network. Okay? Now, nakakonect yung buong network na ito dun sa router natin through the interface fast Ethernet 0/0. This is simply the port of a router where you connect the network. In this case, it is connected to switch 1 and then switch 1 connected to PC1. May IP address yung fast Ethernet 00 natin, which is 192.168.1.1/24. If you don't know yet what this /24 means, madadaanan natin yan sa mga susunod natin na mga videos. Okay, but for the moment, ito lang muna yung tatandaan natin, the IP address for this fast Ethernet 00. Okay, kasi this is very important. Now, punta tayo doon sa ating TerraTerm. No? Ang gagawin natin ngayon, ko-configure muna natin itong ating fast Ethernet 0/0. Now, I'm on a global configuration mode, okay, denoted by this prompt, open and close parenthesis, config, and then a pound sign. No? So, I'm on global configuration mode. Ang gagawin natin is, I'm going to enter the fast Ethernet 00 by issuing a command interface fast Ethernet, okay, 0/0. Okay, may shortcut ito, no, itong command na ito. Pero gusto ko munang ibigay sa inyo yung mas mahaba para alam natin kung ano yung itsura ng command. And then later on, we're going to have its shortcut, no, na command. Okay? Now, we are now inside the interface. Paano natin nalaman that we are inside the interface? By having this, no? Nakita niyan, nakalagay is if. Kanina nakalagay lang is config, correct? But this time, it has config-if. Ibig sabihin, nasa loob na tayo ng interface, ng fast Ethernet 0/0. Okay, now, anong gagawin natin kung nasa loob na tayo ng interface? Ang gagawin natin ngayon is assign it an IP address. At ano yung IP address na i-assign natin? That is 192.168.1.1/24. So, paano ang pag-a-assign? Simple lang. IP address, okay, and then give it the IP address 192.168.1.1, and then followed by the subnet mask. Ang subnet mask natin ay /24, tama? Okay, ngayon, yung /24 na yan, there is another way of writing that out. Okay, actually that's 255.255.255.0, and then when you press enter, hindi nagreklamo yung router, meaning your command is good. Okay, and then another command that we're going to issue is no shutdown. Okay, no shutdown, and then press enter. Bakit kailangan natin yung no shutdown command? The no shutdown command, yung ating router kasi, yung interface ng router natin by default is shutdown. Naka-shutdown talaga yan. So to make it up, babalik ta rin natin yung shutdown. And how do we negate or reverse the shutdown or the shutdown command that is imposed on the interface by default? Eh di baliktad ng shutdown, shut up. Walang shut up na command eh. Okay. Kaya nilalagay na lang is no to negate the command. So no shutdown. So our interface is already up, and then okay na tayo. Nalagyan na natin ng IP address yung ating interface. Wala pa tayo doon sa DHCP mismo. Ang ipapakita ko muna sa inyo rito, para just for fun, papakita ko muna sa inyo rito is yung static. Okay? Tapos i-contrast natin sa DHCP. Paano nga ulit yung static? Ito, nilagyan na natin ng IP address. So static na yon, correct? Ngayon, ang gagawin naman natin is lalagyan din natin ng IP address yung PC natin statically muna. Pagkatapos, PC1 will communicate with router 1. Ipiping ni PC1 si router 1, and router 1 should be answering PC1. But PC1 will be configured statically with an IP address. Nakuha po ba yan? So, ang gagawin natin ngayon, pupunta tayo doon sa, we're going to have I'm using Windows 8 by the way. This is Windows 8.1 if I'm not mistaken. Okay. And pupunta tayo doon sa control panel. Let's go to the control panel. Yan. So, we're going to the control panel. And then doon sa control panel natin, we're going to get to the network and sharing center. Yan. Alright. Okay, so click lang natin yan. Network and sharing center. And then you go to change adapter settings. Click din lang natin. Now, notice this computer that I'm working on has many adapter settings. Meron kasi akong virtual machine, and then meron akong Wi-Fi, meron din akong Bluetooth. Pero ito yung kailangan natin. Right click natin yan. Okay, and then we go to properties. Okay, and then another window will pop up, Ethernet properties. We scroll down, and then uncheck lang natin itong version 6 kasi hindi pa natin ito kunin o hindi pa natin ito gagamitin. Punta lang tayo doon sa IP version 4, click on that, and then click on properties. Now notice, wala tayong IP address na nakaset manually. Kasi nakalagay dito is obtain an IP address automatically. Now, to have a static IP address on that PC, kiklik nyo lang itong radio button na to that says use the following IP address. Now, let us have PC1 to have an IP address of 192.168.1. I pressed the tab 1.2, and then pagka-press mo yung tab, automatically this will give you the PC will give you this subnet mask kasi ito yung default na subnet mask ng 192. I will explain that on later videos. Okay? Pero automatically na, no? 255, 255, 255.0. So wala na tayong problema. And then we're going to set the default gateway to 192.168.1.1. Okay, sino yun? Naalala nyo pa ba kung sino si 1.1? Okay, kung babalikan natin yan, ito ay si router 1. Okay, so 192.168.1.1, yung preferred server, pwede rin natin lagyan dito. Let's use the Open DNS for Google. And that is 8, oops, 8.8.8.8, one of its Google DNS. Okay, and then we simply click OK. Okay, and then i-close natin yan. Alright, and close din natin ulit yan. Okay, now puntahan natin yung command prompt. Go to the command prompt by looking for run. Okay, and then click nyo lang yan. And then nakalagay CMD. Actually, I typed it before, kaya sumulpot na siya dyan. CMD is the command prompt. Okay, so pagka-clinic natin is okay. Andito na tayo ngayon sa command prompt natin. Ngayon, to check whether our configuration is okay, type natin yung command IP config. Alright, and there's so many information around here. Pero let me discuss to you kung ano yung laman nito. No? Ang kailangan lang talaga natin dito actually is this. Ito lang yung kailangan natin. Yan, ito lang. For now. Kasi itong mga to, hindi natin kailangan dahil ito yung ano ko yung Wi-Fi, yung wireless LAN adapter ko, no? Tapos meron akong Teredo tunneling for the tunnel adapter, another tunnel adapter. And then ito lang talaga yung kailangan natin. At ito yung sinet up natin kanina, tama? 192.168.1.2. Alright? And 255.255.255.0 for the subnet mask. And the default gateway of 192.168.1.1. Ibig sabihin nito that PC1 is pointing to our router as its default gateway. Kaya alam naman natin yung default gateway, ito yung tutulong sa atin para makarating tayo sa ibang network because this is our router. So our default gateway, the PC, is the router. No? The default gateway of the PC is the router, which is router 1. Okay? At yung IP address ng PC natin is 192.168.1.2. Now take note, if you are operating in the command prompt, you are actually looking into your PC. Tatandaan po natin yan, ha? Okay. So successfully, meron tayong IP address for the PC, the subnet mask, and the default gateway. Now, let's put this into test. Ang gagawin natin is we're going to ping our gateway. 192.168.1.1. That's our gateway. Tama? So, ping natin yan to test if we are connected, if our PC, which is PC1, is connected to our router, which is router 1. Okay? So, pag hit natin ng enter, and hindi naman nakakagulat, di ba? Nag-reply yung ating router. Kita natin that this is a reply from 192.168.1.1. Ito yun. At sino tong 192.168.1.1 na yan? That is our router. Okay, so successfully, our PC1 connected to our router 1. Yun nga lang, ang ginawa natin is actually static IP addressing for PC1 connecting to router 1. Okay. Ngayon, ang gagawin naman natin ngayon ay DHCP. Okay? Para magkaroon tayo ng contrast between the static IP addressing and DHCP IP addressing. Okay? Now, babalik ako dito. And then again, I'm going to hit IP config. Alright. When I press enter, ano nga ulit yung IP address natin? Our IP address is 192.168.1.2, 255.255.255.0, subnet mask, and the default gateway 192.168.1.1. Okay, so tandaan po natin ito ha. Okay, ngayon, ang gagawin natin is we're going back to PC1, TCP/IP settings, and tatanggalin natin itong IP address na to. Okay, and then we're going to obtain an IP address automatically. So let's go to TCP/IP settings. Okay, now let's go to control panel. Okay, hindi kita yata sa camera ko, no? But I'm pressing the Windows start button on Windows 8. And then go to network and sharing center. Click on that. Ito yung ginawa natin kanina, tama? Kung natatandaan nyo. Bumalik lang tayo, no? And then click on the change adapter settings. And then go to the Ethernet. This is the physical connection of the, the cable connection for the Ethernet network. Ito, baliwalain nyo na ito. Hindi naman kasali yan. And then you right click on that and go to properties. So hanapin natin ulit yung TCP/IP version 4. Then click on properties. Now, this time we're going to click on obtain an IP address automatically. Okay, so click natin yan. Okay, so anong gagawin ngayon nito, no? And then also obtain DNS server automatically. And then we're going to click OK. Okay, and close. Now, okay na ha. Naka-close na tayo, no? Tanggalin ko na to, close ko na ito. And then, punta tayo ulit doon sa ating command prompt. Open yung command prompt natin. And I'm going to hit again ipconfig and then press enter. Notice that you have a different IP address. Tama? Ang ifo-focus lang natin dito actually is this. Ito lang. Yan. Okay. Yan yung focus natin. No? But, nakakuha ba talaga tayo ng IP address? No. Hindi tayo nakakuha ng IP address. Proper IP address that is given by router 1, hindi tayo nakakuha. Bakit? Parang meron naman tayong IP address na nakuha. Yes, but this is actually not an IP address that we should be getting, correct? Ang dapat natin nakukuha na IP address belongs to 192.168.1.0 network. And this is 169.254. Kaya ano ibig sabihin nito? Kapag nakakita ka ng ganito na binigay sa iyo na IP address, no, or IP address na nakikita mo like this format, the 169.254.x.x, and then followed by 255.255.0.0, it means that you have not successfully connected to any DHCP server. Ibig sabihin nito, nag-fail ka to get any IP address from a DHCP server. Okay? And notice, wala rin tayong default gateway na nakuha. Tama? Okay, so ibig sabihin, wala tayong IP address. No? To prove that to you, kanina, napiping natin yung ating gateway. Tama? Okay, so tingnan natin ulit. Ping natin ulit yung ating gateway, which is 192.168.1.1, and tingnan natin kung mapiping pa natin siya. And sure enough, our default gateway is not anymore, hindi na siya reachable. Okay? Bakit nagkaganon? Bakit hindi na natin nare-reach si router 1? That is simply because PC1 doesn't have a valid IP address. Bakit ganon? Kasi wala naman tayong DHCP server. No? PC1 is looking for a DHCP server nung sinet up niya yung TCP/IP settings niya to obtain an IP address automatically, right? But we don't have any DHCP server, so therefore wala siyang makikita. Okay? It has failed. Now, ano ang solution? Ang solution, of course, is to now set up a DHCP server, and that will be the router 1. Isa-set up natin siya. Okay? Okay, ngayon, paano ang pag-set up? Let's go back to our Terra term. Okay, now, pag nasa TerraTerm ka or any terminal emulator that you are using on a router, you are, of course, controlling the router. So, isa-set up natin yung router natin para maging DHCP server. Okay, so how do we do that? Ganito naman yan. Nandito pa ako kanina, naiwan natin ito. We have configured our router with its IP address. Kaya nandito pa ako sa mode na to na -if. So, ang gagawin ko, exit muna ako dyan. Exit muna tayo dyan. Exit. Okay. And I'm back on the global configuration mode. Okay. Ang gagawin natin susunod is to configure the router 1 as DHCP server. So, how do we do that? This will be the command. Okay. The command will be IP DHCP pool. Ang pangalan ng pool ay top DHCP. Alright? And then press enter. Ano yung ginawa ko? Ang ginawa ko, nag-create ako ng pool. Yung pool na yan is like range, scope for Windows Server. At pinangalanan ko yung pool ko ng top DHCP. Alright? Ang susunod kong gagawin is to let the DHCP pool, which router is the one that will distribute the IP address. So, aling router nga ba? Router 1. Anong IP address ng router 1 na yon? That will be default-router 192.168.1.1. Okay? That is router 1. Siya yung magpapamigay ng IP address. At anong range ang ipapamigay ko? Ang ipapamigay ko will have the command network 192.168.1.0. Diyan manggagaling yung range na ipapamigay ko na IP address. Dito manggagaling. Alright? With a mask of 255 naging comma, .255.255.0. Okay? And then enter. Actually, tapos na yan eh. No? Tapos na yung pagiging o yung pag-configure natin ng DHCP. Pero sabi ko nga nung last discussion natin on the concept of DHCP, meron pa tayong mga options, no, na pwedeng gawin. Isa sa mga options na yan ay yung lease. Yung lease is the length of time na yung ibinigay ni router na IP address kay PC1 ay magagamit ni PC1. After nung time na yon, pwedeng palitan ni router yung IP address na binigay niya kay PC1. So, gaano katagal magagamit ni PC1 yung IP address na yon? Depende doon sa lease time na ibibigay natin. So, let us say 7 days, 1 hour, and 30 minutes. So, this will be days, hours, and minutes. Lease is the amount of time na ipapagamit ni router 1 yung IP address na ibibigay niya kay PC1. Gaano katagal magagamit ni PC1 yan? 7 days, 1 hour, and 30 minutes. Okay? So, yan yung ibig sabihin ng lease. Alright? Okay. Now, also, if you will be connecting to the internet, you will be or kailangan mo ng DNS server. Okay? So, pwede rin natin ilagay dito as another option yung DNS server na gagamitin natin, yung IP address niya. The command will be dns-server 8.8.8.8. Yan din yung ginamit natin kanina, and this is a Google DNS server. So, pag enter natin, di naman nagreklamo yung router, so ibig sabihin, okay yung ating command. Now, tapos na. Okay na yung setup natin sa router 1 para maging DHCP server. Tapos na yung ating setup na yan. Ang gagawin natin is to check kung okay yung ginawa natin. Paano natin siya ma-check? We will go back to our command prompt. Okay? Now, let's hit again the ipconfig. Try natin yung ipconfig. Okay. Now, this time, hindi na 169 ang nakita natin. Correct? Ano na yung nakita natin ngayon? We are given another IP address, 192.168.1.2, subnet mask of 255.255.255.0, and 192.168.1.1 as our default gateway. Okay, so ibig sabihin, nabigyan na tayo ulit ng panibagong IP address. But this time, hindi natin ito ginawa statically. Ginawa natin ito dynamically. Tama? If you remember, we have configured our PC to obtain an IP address automatically. And kinonfigure natin yung router para maging DHCP server. So PC1 has successfully acquired an IP address from the DHCP server. Now, kung gusto natin makita yung iba pang mga information, pwede natin gawin, another command, is ipconfig and then /all. Alright? Now, marami na naman yung mga information na nandito, pero ang kailangan lang talaga natin dito is this one. Ayan. Okay? Saya, di ba? Ito lang yung ating kailangan. /all, ibig sabihin yung detailed information about what we have got from DHCP or static IP addressing. So kung mapapansin nyo rito, DHCP enabled, okay? Auto configuration enabled, IP address, nabigyan na tayo, 192.168.1.2, together with the subnet mask. Okay, and then it seems that our lease nag-default to 1 day, pero dapat ito is 7 days. I don't know what happened, pero we're going to try it again para makita natin kung paano yung lease niya, no? But nag-default siya to 1 day. That's the default setting for the lease. Okay, so lease obtained January 16, that's today. And then mag-expire siya January 17. But it should be 7 days. Okay, kanina trinay ko to eh. Bago ko to present, syempre, kailangan itry ko muna. No? And 7 days siya supposedly. And then the default gateway is 192.168.1.1. And our DHCP server, of course, is also the default gateway, 192.168.1.1. Okay? So, yan yung makikita natin na provide sa atin ni DHCP server. Okay? And one last thing, ito pa yung isa. I-close muna natin ito. Kung nakita natin kanina, balikan natin ulit. Kung nakita natin, ito yung binigay. Tama? 192.168.1.2. Ito yung binigay sa atin. Correct? Yan din yung static natin eh. Tama? Pero nung nag-DHCP tayo, ito rin yung binigay. Now, paano tayo makakuha ng bago? Actually, may mga paraan kung paano makakuha ng bago. Yung isa, pwedeng tsambahan lang natin. Ano natin siya tsambahan? Ganito siya. I-release natin yung IP config and hopefully pag nag-renew tayo, bibigyan niya tayo ng bago. So, IP config /release. Okay, na-release na natin yon. And then IP config, this time, /renew. Alright? And then enter. And then sabi niya, no operation can be performed on Bluetooth kasi tinanggal ko yung Bluetooth. Ayan, dumating na siya. And yun pa rin, yung binigay sa atin. Okay? Now, ayaw ko to. Ayaw kong ibigay sa akin ito ni router. Pwede ba yun? Yes, pwede. Utusan natin si router. Router, ayaw ko ng 192.168.1.2 na i-provide mo sa akin as an IP address. How do we do that? Okay, exit muna ako dito by typing exit. And then, pwede kong i-exclude yung 192.168.1.2 para hindi na ibigay sa akin ni router 1 yan. Okay? As a DHCP server. So, how do we do that? Ito yan. Ang command is IP DHCP excluded dash address. Ano yung gusto mong i-exclude na IP address? That's 192.168.1.2. And then, press enter. Excluded na siya. Hindi na siya ipapamigay ni router. Okay, to test that, tingnan natin ulit yung ating command prompt. Okay? And then ipconfig tayo ulit. Release muna natin para malinis. Okay? Na-release na. And then, renew natin. Renew. Enter. It will wait for a while. And voila! Hindi na 192.168.1.2 ang binigay sa atin, kung hindi 192.168.1.3 na siya. So yung 192.168.1.2 is already excluded para hindi na ipamigay ni router yon as a DHCP server. Alright? Okay. Bakit ginagawa yon? Kasi minsan nag-i-static tayo. Halimbawa, may kinonect ka na server dito, no? And let us say, statically nilagay mo yan as 192.168.1.2. And you don't want the router to give this IP address that you have statically given to a server. Why? Kasi pag binigay pa yan ni router sa iba, halimbawa binigay niya pa yan kay PC1, ginawa niya tong .2. Ito statically binigay mo na rin kay server as .2, magkakaroon sila ng conflict. Okay, so if you have given this IP address statically to a particular device, you will tell the router as a DHCP server, not to distribute it to other devices. Otherwise, magkakaroon tayo ng conflict. Alright? So, yun yung concept ng excluded address. Okay? So, I hope marami kayong natutunan dito sa DHCP configuration natin. I have given to you the static IP configuration, yung actual configuration for static IP, and of course, yung dynamic configuration using DHCP. So I hope marami kayong natutunan dito, and I will see you next time.